Hi, I'm Scott Hawker, Editor-in-Chief of TastingTable.com. Today we're at the home of Molly Stevens, cookbook author and cooking teacher extraordinaire in Vermont. And today she's going to show us how to make a North African lamb dish from her new book all about roasting.
The dish we're making is meshui. And meshui is traditionally a whole spit-roasted lamb seasoned with garlic and cumin, but I've adapted the recipe for a home oven using a lamb shoulder. Put a tablespoon and a half of coriander and a tablespoon of cumin in a small skillet and toast over medium-low heat until the spices start to darken. Spices tend to mush as opposed to grind if you grind them while they're still hot. You get a better, more even powder if you wait and let them cool before you grind them. Put the ground spices into a small bowl and add 2 teaspoons of sweet paprika and a half teaspoon sugar. Put 6 cloves of garlic and 2 teaspoons of kosher salt into the mortar and pound to a paste. Add the garlic paste to the spices and using a wooden spoon, work in a stick or 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Work it until it's evenly mixed and you have a smooth paste. Another key to successful roasting is to pre-season meat a day or even 2 days ahead of time. What this does is it's the salt in the seasoning that really does the work, and the salt is drawn into the inside of the meat, and it's incredible how much it improves the texture and the flavor of the meat. So it goes into the refrigerator and it sits for 1 to 2 days. And actually, could you put it in the fridge for me?
Sure.
Thanks. So also preheating the oven for about a good 30-45 minutes. A lot of ovens will chime and they tell you that they're to temperature, but they're not really. So it's a good idea to preheat a little longer than you think. This has been sitting out for about an hour, and it's really a good idea to take meat out of the refrigerator about an hour before roasting to take the chill off. It helps it roast more evenly. Okay. And then slide it into a very hot oven, 425. Putting it on the lower third of the oven, so the middle of the meat is about at the middle of the oven. I've already tested it for doneness by feel, but you can also double check using a thermometer. You want it to be between 170 and 180. And then after it's done, you want to get it out of the roasting pan and transfer it to a cutting board, preferably one with a trough to catch all the juices. And let it rest for a good 25 to 30 minutes. The complicated bone structure of a lamb shoulder, ribs, blade bone, and arm bone, make it tricky to carve. Using a meat fork and tongs, pull the lamb apart into serving pieces. Drizzle over the pan drippings and serve with the cumin salt. Traditional way to serve meshui, and also the most fun, is to just tear it with your fingers. Dip it in a little cumin dipping salt.
Okay.
You can also serve it with knife and fork, but...
Why would you want to do that?
Why would you want to do that? Exactly.
Wow. That is seriously delicious.